Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Keep It Concise. Let's get into the show. Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, Concise the Barber. We are here at the Keep It Concise podcast. I appreciate it. For everybody that continues to tune in, this is going to be an interesting, like a real interactive kind of live this evening. And honestly, I think if you really want to be in tune to what's going on, how you doing, Instagram, what's going on, I am live right now on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And if you guys want to see everything that's going on, it's probably best to hop on over there. We have some healthy imagery. We're going to be talking about some topics. This video, it's not I do have some slides. We will be talking about clippers and trimmer heavy, and we're just going to get right into it. But before we get there, shout out from where you're from. I love to know where my audience is tuning in at. And also, I hope y'all had a blessed day. I hope God is doing something new in your life and that you're continuing to be a blessing and that you're continuing to impact those around you with light. You know, not nothing crazy at all. I really do pray that we are becoming everything that we need to come for God, and we understand our purpose more and more every day. But that being said, shout out where you're from. Tune in on the live on YouTube so we can have this conversation, because the first slide I'm gonna show y'all, it is going to be interesting. Neil, what's going on, man? Shout out to you, man. Blessings to you. The first slide is going to be interesting. High and tight PA. Blessings to you. How you doing? So, y'all ready? Let's get into this. I'm not even, I usually like to try to wait, you know what I mean? But we not waiting. We not waiting. We getting right into this. So let's go. Boom. Y'all see this slide. Y'all see the slide. And we're gonna talk about it. So right here we have the Black Label Master. We have the GTX X02. We have the Phenom Clipper. We have the Phenom Trimmer. We have the Recon Clipper and the Recon Trimmer. So, and this is still not, they still not in 2025. They still not a part of anything that's going on. They still old school. They still not giving us what we kind of been saying that we want from them. Like, are we still in a place where we like, and this is old school, they're never going to catch up? Let's be honest. Hold on. I got are we still there? Are we still saying that Andis did not catch up and they can't catch up? Is that what we're saying? Let's be real. You know, I'm curious, because look at the list. Just look at it. The year's not even over. The year's not even over. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying that did the black labels come out this year? They could have came out a little bit of last year, or it could have came out this year. But look look at the list. I want to hear from y'all. Did Andis make a comeback or no? Did Andis make a comeback or no? Honestly, we've been talking. We all have been talking, including me. I've said it, like, yeah, Andis got cool care and they'll never need nothing else. But they said, bump that. Let's level up. And look what they gave us. And that's not even everything. I could have put the Slimline 2s up there. I could have put the MV2s up there. The Kenny Duncan edition. I'm just saying, Aaron, what's going on? Good Styles, what's up? So I want to hear from y'all. Did they make a comeback or not? Do y'all feel like they still got a lot of catching up to do? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Let's see what y'all got. You know what? Let me go ahead and use this right here. I like this, right? Okay, we got Mr. Williams said, I want to try that Recon Clipper. I can understand. I can understand. If I was you, I want to try it too. I know how you look at Clippers. So if I was you, I would want to try it too. You're gonna find something interesting about the I'll be honest, you're gonna find something interesting about the blades. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna find something interesting about the blades. Neil said they put out approximately 8 to 9 items in 10 months. It's impressive. Yeah, that is impressive. What's going on, Nick? I'm live on YouTube right now. So if you want to hop on there, you can see everything I'm talking about. It, you will love it. It is impressive. Are their items being used widespread? That's a healthy question. That's a healthy question. I'll be honest with you. Uh, what do y'all think? What is where you think the projections? Where you think they're going to have high sales in out of this lineup right here? Do you think that they're not going to sell? And mind you, these are all at different price points. All right, let me see. Even as an avid Andis fan, just because they put out these products doesn't mean they made a comeback. What are the consumers saying about their products? You know what, Mr. Williams? That is a great question. I would say this at the same exact time. What do the consumers know about their products? Who's been teaching them about Andis? Andis, all let's say the newer barbers, they know about Cool Care. But they hear all the OGs talk about their blades, right? Until they try out an Andis blade. Most customizable clippers and trimmers always somehow revert back to Andis blades. Am I wrong? People are always trying to put an Andis master on something. I would say that with your question, what are the consumers saying about the product? Well, that's the thing. They came out with so much. You have options to pick whatever you want. I'm just saying you have options to pick. If you don't like heavy clipper, go ahead and get the Phenom. You don't like the Phenom and you like magnetic vector motor, go ahead and get the Recons. If you don't like that, but you like a heavy clipper, get the Master. If you want something a little lighter than all four of these, get the MV2s, which has the 4-hole bracket, which you can put on any Andis blade. You like switching out any blade, get the Phenoms. When it comes to trimmers, each of these trimmers, like it's 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 one of those things that they have something for everybody. So, what are the consumers saying about it? It's a good question. I would have to say that Anna still made a comeback, no matter what. For those that know, they know. Like if you know, you know, right? If you know about Andis and their blades, what kind of motors are we talking about here? We got a rotary, we got a brushless rotary, and we got a vector motor with Andis blades. That's tough. All right, let me see. Last Andis clipper I ever used was a Masters. Didn't even know they had anything new. Yeah, they do. They do. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. But don't worry. We're gonna be yeah, don't worry. I was kicking their back end. They making some noise, but does that results in sales? That is the real question. True. I understand that. That is the real question. Does it result in sales? Once people understand the knowledge of what Andis quality is, then I definitely think that it will go beyond just results in sales because now I think people will learn more about how blades really should operate. I think there's things about some Andis products that actually teaches the barber about cutting. If you understand what I'm saying, I believe there's someone here that understand what I'm saying. There are certain things about Andis, their blades, and how they do things that actually teaches you about certain hair textures, how to cut a certain way, how to detail. But you have to take the chance. You know what I mean? Now, honestly, I'm not even trying to sell y'all on Andis. What I'm trying to say is that we all said something about Andis and that saying that they can't make a comeback. And look, they did all of this. So there is no more excuses to say Andis is out the norm. You get what I'm saying? They came back, y'all. That's the reality of it. To say that is does any of this stuff perform well now? The Andis have some fall off and some of their products, very much so. What was that? The Revite for me, and that bespoke trimmer. Those two was the fall off highlight for me when it comes to Andis. But everything else, everything else, I can't say that it was a fall off. Even the GTX trimmers, they weren't fall off, but it seems like they were trying to fine tune things. So yeah, I walked into a few barber shops and I'm seeing mostly Stylecraft Gamma. Just a quick observation. Yeah, I can understand that. I definitely can understand that. Their marketing strategy is way, way different. And they did okay. So you see what Annis did? They did what Annis did way before. It was to the point people started getting upset with how much Stylecraft was coming out with, right? But they had something for everybody. Now you see that with Andis. But you have to understand it's Andis blades. That some people understand that. When you have Andis stuff coming out with the new model, new product with their blades, I'm just saying. I love the Phenom, but for some reason, even though the price is a bit high, I believe that the Recon gonna have the most long is going to have the most longevity. And you're right. The buck starts and stops with Andis blades. Yeah, you can't go wrong with an Andis blade. I would you just can't. Like for real, for real. Hey man, I know you talking clippers and trimmers, but I hope you've been doing good and chopping it up. I appreciate that, Nick. Yeah, all is well, man. For real, for real. All is well, man. Thanks to be the guy. I believe the Recon Clipper will become the clipper that replaces the corded master. Well, that's kind of what I'm hoping. Okay. I'm not going to say much about that, but I just, yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Woodshed dropped some knowledge. Woodshed dropped some knowledge on me regarding white labeling versus private labeling. This item looks like one of the Kimmy products. Okay, dope. Glad you got the knowledge. That's what I'm saying, dope too. That ceramic cutting blade is one of the best. Rarely gets hot. I never changed it, but I just wish they would sell it in the US. Now I understand that, Nick. There are sometimes there's always items that we always love to have that they for some reason it's like it's and you'll be surprised. There is stuff that's more popular overseas than the US. And the stuff that's popular in the US is not that popular overseas. So it's just one of those things. And the barbers in the overseas, when stuff comes out, they're more quicker to just like, oh, let me see how that works. In the US, we're real like we like gang related a little bit. I'm not, but there's like, nah, man, I'm style craft, cuz I'm style craft, bro, cuz I ain't with none of that babeless stuff, cuz like we we are more like that than how they are and this is some of the information that I have received from multiple people. To anyone that uses a stretch bracket on your Stylecraft clipper, have y'all noticed a little play when you wiggle that bracket? There's no, there's no, there's not. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. But all I'm saying is this. Did they not make a comeback or not? That's what I know. I want to know. To y'all, you see the list. Do you feel like Anderson's like, okay, they stepped their game up, or you like, I'm still not feeling them? Oh, there's no play with the Andis Phenom bracket. Got you. I mean, I'm not saying that Andis is perfect, but what I'm saying is it's an OG. And when it comes, they like to have a reputation of this quality, right? Even for the Wall. I think Wall. I respect Wall. I like their OG quality, like clippers and their blades. Quality is quality at the end of the day. We have all this new stuff coming out, and people are still putting Wall blades and Andis blades on whatever is coming out, right? That's a real thing. I have people asking me all the time, yo, you think the Master Blade will fit on this? Or they be like, yeah, I put the Master Blade on this, or I put the Fast Feed blade on this, or I put the Stagger Tube blade on this. It's very rare for me to hear somebody say, I put the graphite blade on this. Like I don't hear that as much. People ask me questions. Does this Andis blade fit on this? That's what people will say. Like for real, for real. So all I'm saying is, did they make a comeback or nah? The Recon, if plenty powerful, but the blade get hot quickly, and to me was not hidden. They should have put the Enforce blade with all that power. Respect Jada Barber. Now, are you talking about the clipper or the trimmer? You talking about the clipper or the trimmer? I mean, either way, let me say this. If you're talking about the clipper, well, I have my concise review coming out. I will say this. Dealing with any vector motor. Okay. You saying the trimmer. Okay, so I can agree with you. It does get warm. But I am going to talk about that because me, I like to overuse a product just to see how far I can take it. But that's understandable. With the new Andis products out, how do you think it compares to the new Stylecraft products? But I do think Bayless has been a little quiet since the Tomb 45s. So that's a good question. How do I compare it to the Stylecraft products? Honestly, this is it's hard for me to kind of compare it. I think it's two different angles in a sense. But when it comes to performance wise, I mean, from these products, if I had to line them up, like for real, for what their high end stuff is to whatever they have compared to Andis, and I'm thinking about all hair textures, performance, how it fits well in hand, how much my clients feel any irritation at all. Respectfully, for clipper and trimmer, and this is winning that battle. It's like a versus. But doesn't mean that stuff isn't amazing. But bar for bar, trimmer for trimmer, clipper for clipper, for each motor, it's for one, it's yeah, that's a hard one. But we're gonna talk. Yo, we got another slide, yo. We got some slides, so we got to keep it moving. What's up, Poncho? What Andis gets right, they get right. I believe when Andis drops their price, maybe like $50 for the Recons, people will purchase more. Besides that, the Recon Clipper is still cheaper than the Instinct. I respect that. I understand what you're saying, especially for that type of motor. Like if we're going based off of that, yeah, the Phenom has some weight to it. I do like the Phenoms, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. Ain't much, bro. What's going on with you? You said the trim. I got that. Okay. When I mean Stylecraft, you asking me Gamma. I mean, I also mean Gamma. I got you. Honestly, yeah, you can literally put both of them together. I still think um that the Andis performance wise and literally in everything. Yeah. They made a comeback. The blades warm up for me with the Phenom. Really. I haven't had now that I haven't had a problem with. And this is comparable to Stylecraft Gamma, and this win on the price. Yeah, they definitely went on the price. And this has made a great run this year, and it's still more to come. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I agree with Mr. Williams. Well, Jason, what's going on? The price was bought. The price pit was thought by Andis. Got you. I'm on YouTube. 18 for sure. Yeah, like to me, there's just certain things. That they have done this year that it's like, wait a minute. So let's say they did something right that already came out, but they made it better. Right? Would you get upset that they made it better, or be like, you know what? I could respect that. The GTX EX02, that trimmer, I'm telling you, is all right. So don't laugh at me. I'm an OG. I'm the first Power Ranger type of fan. Okay, the GTX EX02 is the Green Ranger. That's all I'm gonna say. Not the White Ranger, the green one. And if y'all really understand what I'm saying, then you will understand what I'm saying. It's one of those sleep, and then you got the White Ranger, the Phenom trimmer. Do y'all are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If you had all three of these trimmers, respectfully, there is nothing you need. But I'll keep going. Let's get to the next slide. Because the next slide is actually a buildup. So this is what I mean. I'm curious, which blade would you pick if you had to cut with this blade only for your whole barbering career? Which blade you gonna pick and why? I'm curious. I did this for a reason. You said Wall's better than Andis. Okay, I'm not mad at your thought. Your opinion, but I did change the steel blade to a Babeless, and I'm loving it right now. Not the Recon trimmer. Okay. Andis is showing some fight versus all the manufacturers. XL2 is great for real, for real. Yeah, they are. Just when we thought the Phenoms were dope, they dropped the Recon set on us. Nick, I'll be honest with you. That is dope, but honestly, there is still some room left. I'm just gonna be real with you. There is still some room left. There is something that's coming out. Yeah. Has anyone compared the Phenom to the Kimi 1825? I don't know what that is. Play chunk blade. Out of these four, I'm sorry, but I'll be see. It be stuff like this. I said, which blade would you pick? Is that okay? To me, the Recon trimmer and the Phenom trimmer has the same blade. Okay. I'm gonna talk on that in my next video. Well, in a video soon. You said the Babeless. Okay. Why would you pick the Babeless blade out of these four? Out of these four blades, why would you pick the Babeless blade? I'm curious. And this taper blade, due to its range, I will actually hear it cut. Got you. That Babeless 2-2 blade, fire. It is fire. And this blade with the purple guards for fading, fire. Wall is better than Andis. They were first to patent. They kept up with modern science. They don't price gouge. I think every brand is they know where the market's at. That's the best way I could put it. And every brand has stuff. Price wise, they're kind of comfortable. Like you won't go on Wall's website and see a lot of stuff completely different from the Andis website or Babel's, or like you won't. If anything, if you go on everybody's website, you will see that the prices are really comparable depending on what you're really looking for. You said Andis. Oh, so that's your order. Andis, Echo, Wall, Babel's. Okay. See, to let the people know what's on the way. The Kimmy is the Phenom. That Wall. What Andis used to make the Phenom. Okay. Master blade all day. Okay. That's an all-around blade for me. Oh, the Babeless. Okay. Okay. Nick said Andis Wall Babeless Echo. Get a chunk blade. It's like the master blade with wall holes. There is a master blade with wall holes. Yeah. So I like the originator of some things. I guess you could say not all things because clearly somebody can come out with a first edition, but the second edition is better. And let's just be honest with that. But when it comes to this blade, I mean, there could be, I ain't gonna say a copy, whatever you want to call it, but I'm gonna go with this blade, with the Andis blade all day. I'm not, yeah. Andis for me. Okay. Andis 28 tooth cutting blade for fading, 22 for debulking. Dave, I was actually gonna put that one up there, but I wanted to and I could have, I could have put the JRL. So we can add that one up there up too. I should have did that. I apologize. I should have did that. But the JRL one is a nice blade too. I like that one as well. It says it's quiet and cut smooth. Yeah. But okay, so I did that. Let me get this off. So I did that because I kind of knew that it was going to be for real, either Andis or Babeless. And I definitely felt like there was going to be some echo. There was going to be some echo people, and Wall was going to get like the short end of the stick in a sense. Not because people don't like Wall blades, but when it comes to like finesse, when it comes to the steel blade, we're picking Andis, Babeless, or the Echo kind of first. Now, when it comes to cutting blade, we're going to cutting blade. Hands down, it's Wall and Andis. Period. I don't not to be like, not trying to be funny, not saying that the other brands don't get that part right, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. When it comes to the cutting blade, Andis and Wall, hands down. Andis, Wall, and Oster, even though Oster is obsolete right now, hands down when it comes to cutting blade. But steel blade, I gotta give it to Andis, Babeless, and then the Echo. Just my thoughts on that. The chunk blade isn't that audible like the master taper blade though, but I believe the Echo taper blade may give the Andis taper blade some competition. I see. We'll see. JRL blade is the same as the EXO, right? I'm not sure, to be honest. Cause see, that's one of those like that's one of those questions like what came out first? I don't know. What's up, bro? I'm swinging by for a few minutes. I appreciate you, Campo. I mean, compost. I say Campo. I sold all my Babyliss JRLs, all I have now. Trimmers, man, but the clipper is the best for me. I'm not mad at that, Dave, to be honest. I'm not mad at like the trimmer. The trimmer is it definitely can be a beast. I have to be real with you. It just has to be set right. But a lot of people do love the clipper more than the trimmer. Does the range of a steel comb blade matter to y'all? Very much so. It does. I mean, like as is, yes. Like without us adjusting anything, just seeing it as is, I definitely think it matters. Hold on. That's because the master is a quiet clipper. Cordless clippers are noisier than corded. I agree, Mr. Williams. The Masters is more audible than Chunk. Babyliss Gold FX trimmer has worked best for me. Got you. The new detachable fade blade from the JRL Lamborghinis. What about it? You like that blade? Now that's a how can I say this? The JRL Lamborghinis. I'm gonna do a video and I'm going to give like my suggestion on that setup because if I had to be real with y'all, the JRL Lamborghinis is a beast. It's a beast of a clipper. And I have to be real, it can still get upgraded. I'll do that and I'll do a video on that and all that, but it can still get upgraded. But any clipper that is modded with the master taper blade, corded or not, you're going to hear it cut. People are throwing the towel on Babyliss. Quite a few peeps have made comments to me about walking away from Babyliss. Oh wow. Well, with that being said, respectfully, the Babyliss Tune 45 combo is still my number one. Like as a combo set, If we picking stuff apart, if we're going against clipper versus trimmer, that's a little bit different. But as a combo set, everything you get, I'm still saying that, to be honest. I noticed that Stylecraft created the Echo Taper blade on the Rain Clipper. Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't put it on. I'm surprised they didn't put it on this. I'm surprised. Like I really thought that this was going to have it, or surprise us with the Gamma Exceed and have that as an extra blade. I'm telling you, who once the brand that we like, right, does such thing, we're gonna be like, yo, thank you, like for real. So for me, I'm gonna tell y'all my flow of this. If I had to pick, like what blade I would pick first, straight off rip, hands down, I'm picking the Andis blade. I just how that blade is and what I can do with it, all the hair textures. I'm picking that one. Then the second one, respectfully, I'm picking the Babyliss blade. Then it's the Echo, then it's the Wall Steel blade. But cutting blade, I'll do this in this way. When it comes to cutting blade, I would do the Wall Stagger Tooth cutting blade first, then the Andis cutting blade. Then this might sound crazy, but I'm gonna say Babyliss cutting blade and then the Echo cutting blade. I just don't like that small thin blade, y'all. It's me and that thin blade. We got problems, and it's not the fact that it doesn't cut. as well. But there is something. How can I say this? I don't think that cutting blade is going to last as long as the other cutting blades. Like I feel like it will start cutting different, and I could be wrong, but I'm literally just going off of how I feel and how I look at that thing. You sent that to me. You sent that to me. It's okay. All right, so let's get to the next slide. Look at me, can't even spell. Six lever. The six click lever. I'm gonna tell y'all. Yeah, I know. Look, I was going fast. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all my thoughts. I got a video coming out. My concise reviews coming out, but y'all gonna be the first ones to hear about it. Like the click lever part. Real quick, let me get to these comments. Out of the box and trying to set the Babeless multiple times, couldn't get the low pro or the flashlight to cut how I like. Anyone else had the same issue? No, I don't have a problem really setting a lot of blades. Maybe because I do it a lot, like a lot, but I don't really have a problem cutting. It's the Echo Taper blade on the new Rain. I'm wanting on the blade to purchase for my cyborg. Saw Eddie from YTBA using it. On the cyborg, oh, that's fire. Um, and let me get this ready too. Hold on, y'all. Um, let me see. Oh, it's right here. I just forgot I had a different name. Okay. Where's my login at? All right. So six click levers. My thoughts on this. That clipper is fireball overpriced. I love the idea of the six clipper, but the clipper looks hideous. Oh wow. Is it exceed a compact clipper? Kind of, kind of. But let me be real. This has been like one of the main things that people have been talking about, right? The six click lever from Exceed. Now, some people have been like, "Yo, this is dope. This is fire. I appreciate it." And then you got some people like, "Why do we need six click levers?" Um, I'll be honest. My take on the six click lever with the Exceed clipper is that when I've been cutting with it, I didn't notice much of an adjustment in my system, of my flow. To be honest, I kind of forgot that it was a six click lever and I just been cutting the way I have been cutting. So me saying that, let me just give you some context of how that actually looked. So let's say if the clipper was completely open, most of the times I just started with the one click. Like I just started with the one click. And then I did two and then close. But sometimes I didn't even do that and I just left it as is. Like I had it open, I did one, two clicks, and then I did completely close. I think the measurement of just one click didn't do much of a difference for me. Depending on your cutting style, it might do it for you, but it didn't do much for me. Now, the dope thing about this six click lever being completely open is that you can use it for detailing, and that's where the idea or the feeling of the masters come in when it comes to the Exceed clipper, because I think the masters detail well, especially like, with the blade completely open, but so does the Exceed clipper. I definitely think that it details very, very well. But that's my take. I don't think that it's such of a big thing that it's going to make much of a big difference. Like the small the the small adjustment of the lever just clicking into that, it ain't gonna make much of a difference. Some of y'all don't even know y'all been doing that. Y'all been cutting some waves and your lever started moving, especially if you ever use a floating lever and it wasn't adjusted the right way. You might understand what I'm talking about. But it's not, it's to me, it's not that big of a deal. I'll be honest with you. I don't have a love or a hate thing with it. It's just more so, it's just not that big of a deal. But I do like that it opens up the way that it does. Can I say it's a true one? I can't say that, but it gives me the feel of how I use a master when I detail. That's what it does for me. All right, let me see what y'all got to say. This hung up between notches. That's the only thing I don't like about them. Oh, I haven't had that. Not to my knowledge, should be the same size as the 360 clipper. How does the 6-click lever compare to the corded masters? Actually, because I compare everything to the corded masters. That now, okay, now if I had to compare it to the masters still open up just a little bit more. The corded, of course. It's not it's not that big of a difference. Like if you get this clipper, I guarantee you're gonna be okay cutting whatever hair texture you're cutting, still using your foundation. You're not gonna be like, yo, this extra click is messing up my whole haircut. You're if you do that, then that's a whole different situation. But to me, it's not that big deal. It's not gonna change. It's not game changing, but maybe makes a difference with micro detailing. Yeah. So Jamie, that's what I mean. Like detailing, that's where I think that 6 notch is like the best attribute for it. Like it's the best for detailing. It gives you that. I don't want to, most of the times you use this for fading, and then it's like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this down to detail and get my, my click or my floating lever, whatever clipper that is, that opens up to like a 1, and let me add detail and adjust the fade a little bit better. Now you don't have to put nothing down. You can just continue using the Exceed clipper. That's, like I said, that's my thoughts. Buster Brown, what's going on? He says, I'm waiting for the Cordless Master 2.0. Yeah, I mean, but like you missed it, bro. But for all those that didn't get into the chat, this was the conversation. First thing I talked about was this. I asked if if they made a comeback or not. They came out with 8 to 9 products within somebody said around 10 months. Do y'all still think Andis is lacking? Do you think they still need to catch up, or do you think they making a name again for the up and new coming barbers? Just your thoughts before we get to the next thing, because the next thing you want to be here. Oh, hit continue. Wait. Let me go back. What? Oh, I was about to say, where is this at? Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think that's it. The EXO True trimmers are the true. Yeah. And it's back on the map in my honest opinion. Yeah, I like they like come on. Like how could they not be? How could they not be? To me, how could they not be back? this is. I was in the wrong thing, y'all. Okay, here we go. Where is this thing at? What is going on? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get somewhere. Is the Phenom really that good? So let me just say this. The Phenom, right, is one of the to me, it's one of the most versatile clippers you can get today with a health like with the access of Andis blades. I have to be honest. Is there other clippers that you can pop out the blade? Yes, there is, but none of them are Andis blades, and to me, that's what makes it different. That alone is different enough for me to be like, Andis, like compared to the other ones, they beat them with that. Ooh, thank you. So those that have a Dremel and burr bits, if you do it carefully, you can extend any lever to where it will open like a quarter master. Mr. Williams, we need a video. We need a video. He said, "Don't gaslight us." I don't do that, bro. Too old for that stuff. The Phenom Clipper is like that. Which is the best out of this lineup? Andre, we like when you say which is like the combo sets, the clipper, the trimmer. What do you mean? Now, mind you, the recons I probably had maybe for a week now, but just let me know what you're referring to. So maybe it's not that. Man, I am trying to find. Okay. I'm glad I found it because I was really about to be sad. All right, here we go. Sorry, y'all, I'm doing this so I can get this ready for the next thing. Okay. No, I don't want to do it like that. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, I gotta do that over. Dang. All right, what y'all got? The thing with these new drops is we don't know the longevity of any of these items. Neil, see that's that now. Let me be honest with you. Okay, the best way I could put it is that you're right. We don't know the longevity of these items, but these items are coming from a brand that specializes in longevity. Like literally, what's a brand to you that when it comes to longevity is like what you think? Like what's the brand you think about? What are two brands you think about when it comes to longevity? Initial thoughts on a Recon Clipper. I like it. A little. I mean, it's knowing the type of motor it's in it, and I'm not in the shop and I'm in the suite. To me, the decibels is a little bit high, but how it cuts and they do have something interesting about that blade, so I like it. In the meantime, if there are any Cowboys fans in the chat, are y'all still going to? Oh man, Mr. Williams, bro, you come on, bro, come on, man. It's a good point though. All right, Wall and Andis longevity. Wall and Andis, right? Wall and Andis. Okay, I think the go opens up to a 1A. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, Wall and Andis, when it comes to these blades, or just comes to longevity, Wall and Andis hands down is who I'm gonna put up there too? Like when it comes to like the most recent stuff that has came out, I'm gonna have to say JRL. JRL, I haven't really had any problems with my JRLs at all. And how they work that day one is how they work that, present day. So I have to respect. Now I'm not saying that there wasn't like some stuff, you know, with them, but it wasn't like even Wall. Remember when Wall came out with the seniors and that spring was like a real problem for some people, but it was just the spring. Like, I mean, it was to the point we had to get it switched out. But if y'all understand what I'm saying, that it was just that. When it comes to all the other stuff, components of a clipper, quality wise, longevity wise, Anderson Wall is still number one in that area to me. Okay, there we go. There we go. I like that they improved the body materials in the Diamantes. Yeah, me too. I like the Diamantes feel. I just want to. No, no. I also like the Annis put more screws in the slimline twos. Got you. Yeah, it's just one of those, I mean, I think it's dope. Now, oh man, you can't be serious. I'm glad I didn't get out of this. Don't copy nothing real quick. Okay, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Now I can get to the next step. Sorry, y'all. I've been trying to get to the next step for a minute. I apologize. I wish they could make a Styliner 3. Now that would be fire. They can come back with that. Build it overhyped to go and said it opened up like an Andis, which isn't true. Andis has more range. Not only that, but you can't set the gap close and blade, even with the Andis blade on the go. Nevertheless, these are new products with new technology in the products. True. Every Babyliss clipper trimmer has gotten really extremely loud within a month of use. I wanted to try the 245s set, but my past experience, I can't go back to Babyliss. Yeah, that's a whole different vibe, Buster Brown. I mean, that 245 set is good. I would have to say that the clipper, since they're both rotary motors, they're not brushless rotary motors. They are going to have some sound to them, hands down. When it comes to the clipper, but the trimmer is very quiet, but it's very powerful. To me, that's like one of the best 1-2 punches you could probably get, hands down. I have to take a look tomorrow, compare it to the Masters. No, the 245 clipper is trash. You can do better. It is not trash, Bill. It is not trash. That clipper can do anything any other clipper can do with a rotary motor with 4 hours of a runtime. The torque on it is crazy. 2 speeds with one of the best click levers out. I'm sorry. It is not trash. Honestly, I like the Architect blade on the Gold Clipper. I saw no reason to switch the blade, but I wanted a fade blade on this clipper with higher RPMs. Got you. That Architect blade has very little range though. See, do y'all see how people have so much of a difference of what they like and what they don't like? There is nothing wrong with people liking the Architect or not liking the Architect, or to say that the 245 clipper is I ain't gonna say it's trash. I really feel like it's not trash, but that's just my take. You get what I'm saying? You really could be like, no, this thing is straight trash. You know what I mean? But of course, I'm going to back mine, and you're going to back yours. But at the same time, it gives conversation. Nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. Just because I say it's not trash doesn't mean that's completely going to change your mindset to, okay, well, maybe he's right. It still could be trash to you. But that's just my take on it. It's just like how somebody said the Cowboys, yeah, what they said about the Cowboys. But I'm a Chargers fan. So somebody could easily say in the comment section, Chargers is trash. And I'll be like, how are they trash? And I can give you all the history to what I feel is valuable. But anyway, I mean, that being said, this is what the industry is like made up of. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I love having a conversation. Just like when people say LeBron's the GOAT, but it's really Jordan, because we all really know it's Jordan. But it's that conversation. It's dope. I got to see the new Slimlines in action, even though I recently bought the Phenom trimmers. Wavy Twin, how you like the trimmers? I like the Architect as well. Get the Kimmy 1825 and the Andis Blade Assembly. Save some money. Midwest, what's going on? What clipper and trimmers you think is straight trash? Well, I think I said that before. I think that as a trimmer, straight trash. Oh, I could tell you, it's. I said this earlier. The bespoke trimmer for me, trash. The Revite clipper, trash. To me, like they could have waited on the Revite. That's how I honestly felt. That was like one of the most. You know what? That was was the Gamma. What was it? What was it? The Alpha Clipper from Stylecraft. To me, trash, straight trash. But yeah, but I don't like when I do my videos. Like us having this conversation. This is the live. Like I'm gonna be real either way. But how I go about it, you know, yeah. All right. Let me see. The issue with the Babel's blade is the material that they use for the guide piece between the blades. That's what made the loud noise. Got you. They nice. The blade gets warm quick, in my honest opinion. Oh wow, okay. The click lever is sloppy. The click lever? I don't know what you mean. Are you saying that um are you saying literally the click of it or or the click lever? Like is it the click, is it not fluent? Or I'm just asking because to me it's two different things. I actually like the lever. I didn't have a problem with even with the clicks, like the how well it flows. I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, when you use a lot of click levers, um, there's like still to this day, to this day, I think JRL has perfected the click lever. JRL is the let's see how well this compares to the JRL click lever. Like JRL is that clipper to me. That when click levers come out, click levers, y'all see that? To so yeah, I compare it to the JRL click lever. Okay, we've seen that. When you say trash, you gotta say like Bubba Dub trash. I don't even know who that is. Don't get mad at me. Bill the tune clipper, all right though. Look, I already know people are gonna have a different opinion on that, but I already know. I guess when I have my like when I use a lot of clippers, when I pick up the T45 clipper, there is nothing that feels like ergonomically sit well in hand better than that clipper. I had the low pros ergonomically well, fit well in hand for one of like for a long time. When I feel both of them in hand, the T45 clipper, it just fits. It really does. Like with how they did the material of it, the weight of it, it just fits well. Like I even with the trimmer fits like a glove, but that's just my take. The T45 is a great machine. It it's it's perfect, but it's not perfect, but it comes close. Got you. I mean, there is no perfect. Some people don't like the noise of it, so it's not perfect. All right, but let's get to the next thing, y'all. We've been talking about that. We've been talking about blades. We've been talking about my thoughts on the 6-click lever. Let's go ahead and just get straight to this giveaway that I have with the wall uh purple clipper. Now I have to be this. I have to like be honest. You can't go back and try to do what the rules are. I already did. I already selected everybody. That's what I was doing um, at the time of me doing some other stuff. But we are here now. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do this live, and I'm telling y'all right now, if a certain somebody wins, we're running it again. But I want y'all to be like, y'all are my witness. It's a random picker. Okay, so we're gonna get to that. The T40. Oh, I read that. Just sold the 245 Clipper set in order to phenom. I think JRL got me spoiled with the quietness. I can understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, like, to be honest, I understand this. If you don't like the sound of something, you just don't like the sound of something. Doesn't mean it doesn't perform well. But if you like how something else performs, especially JRL has been that clipper has been a top clipper for some years in a row. Just like how the seniors was top clipper for me for some years in a row. But the JRL, it was just so quiet and it cut well. How could I not? But if you like something because how you like how it sounds and also performs, I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at that. That's the easy adjustment that anybody can understand. He said, I know that certain somebody Des can't win, bro. That's same as the play. Best click lever. C45 clicks are just not there. It's lacking something. I can't speak on stuff I haven't used or I don't know. So, but for me, the JRL is the ultimate genius lever starter. They started it hands down. Nobody can say that they didn't. And I will continue to compare every click lever to even the JRL Diamante's click lever. Respectfully, is a little bit better than the Onyx click lever. There's nothing that's going there. There isn't anything that's going to be like, you know what? I ain't gonna say there isn't anything, but that's what I just compare it to. That's just, yeah. Hey, who has the T-blade from Wall that they want to sell? What T-blade? Which one? JRLs are fire. TPOB is quieter and more ergonomic. They cut great, don't get me wrong. I understand that. I still use my great seniors, old and reliable. Can't be wrong. Can't be mad at that. TPOB is top ever clipper will be compared to the play. Everyone knows that. I don't know what you meant by this top ever clipper. Did you ever use the gun clipper? Nah, but I just wanted it. I just wanted it just to have. That's how I have some clippers. I just have some clippers just because I wanted them. You think JRL click lever is better than the Phenom click lever? I like the Phenoms better. Yeah, I do. I do. I do think the JRL click lever, the Diamantes is better than the Phenom click lever. I do. I have both. JRL Onyx and TPOB play is better. Just my thoughts. Okay. From the clipper, the new one. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. So let's go ahead and do this giveaway. Let's see who wins. Cause yeah. How do you do this? Okay, cool. And I can just tap it, right, to start. Okay. This, forgive me, y'all, because it's been a while since I did a giveaway. So let me do it like this. Boom. All right, let me see what y'all see. Okay. And we're going to do this. Cool. And let's go here. Let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. All right, so I'm going to tap on the wheel, and we're going to see who wins this. All right? Y'all ready? Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure that there ain't no double names. Make sure there ain't no double names, y'all. Okay, I don't see no double names. Shout out for everybody that did the giveaway the right way. Nope, don't see no double names. All right, let's go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Yo, strong man, congrats. You have won. I am going to be contacting you via YouTube, Instagram, if that is your name. But look how close, look how close this man has almost won. Yo, are you serious? I don't be making this up. Look how close Dez almost won. He was one person away. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. My man almost won. But shout out to Strong Man. I don't even know who that is, but shout out to you. I'm gonna contact you and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. But yeah, add to the stage. Stop playing. Okay. But I appreciate everybody, man. That was fun. Appreciate everybody that did the giveaway. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to him because that was almost scary. That was almost scary. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, there is no way. All right, let me see. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to him. Look, Jason said at least it wasn't Dez. Have you used the VGR clipper? Which one? There's like 1,000 of them, I feel like. I really do. I think that VGR has a lot and a lot of stuff. Now, are you talking about with the spinning motor? I forget what it's called. If so, I haven't. I haven't used a VGR clipper in a long time. You said thoughts on the after shave gun? I mean, it's cool. Um, I like the spray. I like, yeah. Well, they stopped. Wall on some, yes, they stopped sending products to third party stores. Oh wow, didn't know that. Anyone got that Murano razor blade handle? Um, can I, what you're talking about. I seen that blade handle. What's this? Okay, stay in the know. Also, let me see. No, that's not. Let's go live. If y'all want, let me go ahead and go back to my original. And if y'all ever need to get some discounts, go ahead and scan this QR code right here. But let's just have a conversation real quick. Now I'm only saying this because I think I've seen this before. Uh, in a sense, and what I mean by like I've seen this before, I'm going to show you. I can show you better than I can. Um, uh, what is it called? Yeah, ain't that it? I've seen something like this before, but it's not. It's a healthy idea. I got caught up. Was watching Sunday Night Football. What did I miss? Oh, you missed the giveaway, and guess who won the giveaway? You missed it, bro. I'm gonna show y'all something, but what's the right name for this? Let me go back. Yeah, let me go back. Gotta go. Have a good evening. Take care. Yo, Woodshed, Woodshed, you missed it, bro. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, Woodshed. This is what we was talking about real quick. So I asked people real quick, do you think Anderson didn't make a comeback or not? Everybody really had to I ain't gonna say they had to think about it, but everybody realized that, and it's yes, they did make a comeback. And for those that didn't, I asked them, which blade would you pick? The main blade that was picked was the Andis blade, the Babel's blade, and the Echo blade. And then I had my thoughts on the 6-click lever, which, to be honest, I didn't think there was much of a big deal about it. Then I did my giveaway, and Dez did not win. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Dez did not win. That's the main thing. But we got somebody new that won, so that's a good thing. But now I'm talking about this. Somebody asked a question about a razor handle, and we're going to talk about it. Now, I will say that one thing I noticed, it's not this. Okay, let me just click on this thing. It's not letting me click on it. Let me go here. Understand where I'm coming from. Not Etsy. Yeah, let's go there. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know what y'all think about this. What do you mean? Oh, I got to remove it and then add it back. Okay, got you. Stop screen. Boom. Share screen. All right. So what do y'all think about this? This is kind of like his razor, the Murano razor, but the only difference is that he have to razor and put it on something like this, which honestly I would have to say is genius, especially for small areas where you want to, use some razor, some like razor, skills. Now, to me, it's bridging the gap, it's finding the gap, and I honestly think that he did that with his razor. So I'm curious what other people think about it as well, but it kind of gave me like this type of vibe. Like I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. But I just wanted to bring that up because it kind of reminded me of that. All right, I gotta remember this. Wait, what? Verano was half genius, half used car salesman. I don't know what you mean by that. There's also a slimline too, and the end is new shaver. Yeah, I just honestly, I was doing the clipper and trimmer. You know what I mean? And yeah, they still got some stuff going on. Dad's luck finally ran out. I know, right? Dad, you had a video on the Phenom and the Kimmy comparison? No? Big balls, what's going on? For razor cutting, I like it. Not the Kimmy, but Phenom, yes. And the Black Obsidian too. Got you. Will be hard to pick best clipper of the year with the goal and the play. Gotcha. I mean, I can't wait. I love doing the year end stuff for all the stuff that I have used. Why they call it Slimline 2 when it's the third generation? Maybe the first Slimline they didn't give it it's called a Slimline. I don't know, bro. Don't be questioning me. I don't know. So I'm playing. But yeah, best clipper of the year, best trimmer of the year, best combo of the year, best shaver of the year for all the products that I've used, man. I love doing that video. People get a kick out of it all the time. I think it's kind of, it's kind of dope. Some people understand where I come from, some people don't. I get it. There's other products that people use that I don't. So you're gonna have a different opinion than I do, and that's perfectly fine too. But yeah, I can't wait to do it. Right now, the best clipper right now, man, that's that's tough. I told you I don't know if I told you this, but my favorite clipper, I have not I can't say right now, but I have a favorite clipper. Dude, competition is tighter than ever. It really is, yo. Shout out to all the brands for giving us a healthy, competitive year when it comes to products, especially clippers and trimmers, man. Like they did that. Now, I honestly think that when it comes to shavers, there is one company that's just like they do this. You know what I mean? When it comes to shavers, but clippers and trimmers, yo, you can go like some people's top six, hands down, can be anybody's top one. Matt Faded said, best clipper right now, in my opinion, is the JR Onyx or the Dark Star 82, and in my honest opinion. Okay. You say you can't say your favorite clipper. Is this something unreleased? I can't confirm nor deny. He said, except Oster. That's tough. When Wall is when Wall is the only weak brand, that's saying something. Dang, you know what? You know what? I don't know. Can I can I say something about when you say when you say Wall being the weak brand? Now, am I saying that they have like 10 competitor of like clippers and trimmers? Um, I can't say that. But what they have out now, respectfully, y'all gonna be like, nah, bro. The Wall Vapor Clipper. Are we gonna say okay, the Wall Vapor, when it comes to fading, who's beating the Wall Vapor just off of fading? If you really use that clipper for some time, for those that have used it for like a month, okay. But the Wall Vapor, that and the high vis, that combo, and I said this in my combo, I honestly think that the Wall Vapor and the high vis in a battle, and it was like a crazy Sweet 16 tournament. Just remember what I said, y'all. Um, when do y'all think they would get knock off? When would they who would knock them off? What combo would knock them off? We shouldn't even include Oster in any Clipper conversation anymore. And this is killing it right now. They got like 8 drops in this year. Yeah. Yeah. Babeless flex on shavers. Okay. Bill said the flex shaver is good. Okay. The only thing they really given us for real in 5 years is the vapor and high vis. Do you think Anderson is going to put a click lever on a master clipper and Wall on a vapor? I'm not sure. I don't think the vapor needs a click lever. I don't think it needs it. I got a healthy 10 minutes, y'all. You said Andis has given us a garage. Plain Deluxe is better than a vapor and high vis. Well, I can't say I haven't used them. So I can't say. My favorite combo right now is the Jiro Onyx, but the Babyliss Mini MIM blade with the 245 guards. Got you. Is it because it gets loose? What gets loose? Jason Dodgers, respectfully. I don't know. I don't know. I think I have an idea that I want to do this year when it comes to the competition of like best clipper, trimmer, and all that jazz. Uh Pound for pound, the vapor for one. Okay, you ready? If we did one haircut, Jay, what's going on, bro? If we did one haircut, not all day, we when it comes to longevity, I'm telling you, there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna drop off that you're gonna be like, wait, but they good though. But longevity wise, things can become a problem. I have to say, with one haircut, the vapor and the high vis trimmer, it is gonna beast mode a lot of combos. It is. I'll be honest. I got it like top three. I got a top three. I can't say number one. I already told you I'm on number one, but I got a top three. I think since each brand has so much variety now, I think you should do best clipper and trimmer and shaver for each brand. The silver hive is. I think you should do best clipper and trimmer for each brand. Got you. I understand that. The silver one is there's not a new one of the silver one. Oh, okay, I got you. And this is dumping all year. Kind of strange. Really? I wouldn't say strange. I think that people was going in and they responded. I don't think that's strange. That's just responding to the industry. Jay said Dodgers all day. The Master 2 in development. Oh yeah, and close. What brand has been the most impactful in innovation and changed the game? Jason, I say Babyliss. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hit me up Tuesday. I'll be there Tuesday, bro. I got you Tuesday. I appreciate clients coming on a live there. Hit me up Tuesday. Master 2 is coming this year too, right? I'm not sure. We can ask Woodshed. Woodshed might know more of that than me. I'm not sure if they're coming out this year, but if they did, I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping soon. What brand has been? Oh, okay, we've seen that. Not strange, purposeful refocusing and diversification. Yep, I understand that. He said, "Nah, bro. How has Babyliss changed the game? Please tell me." I'm pretty sure Woodshed said this year. I could be wrong. Woodshed just said unknown on M2 release. They just trying to make money, white label everything. I cannot stand when people say this. I have to be honest. It's like people's favorite word when they say it's white label. Like if you don't, yeah. To me, is this not to say that people don't know what they're talking about. I'm not trying to go that route with it. But what I'm trying to say is that when you in and you see certain things, to say comments like this lets me know you really don't understand. Like I said this last live, but yeah, you said they just trying to make money. Bill, tell me a brand that's not trying to make money. See, it'll be certain stuff like that. Now they given us multiple things. They given us different motors, new blades, more in the packaging. To say comments like that just lets me know that it's just more like I'm rocking with a trend of people just still going in about white labeling. And you don't even like you're not even on like unless no, you're not even on that side of business. Even people that have started the business, started a lot of them, honestly, so-called white label, meaning that they started with a mold that has already been built. They didn't start from scratch. Name a brand, any brand, any brand, literally any brand. Now, I'm not talking about the places where they make the product. Any brand here. Name, name. Just name a brand. And I'm saying that for a reason. Name a brand that didn't start in any. Just name a brand. That's all I'm saying. We got to stop saying white labeling. If we don't know, we just don't know. Why do people do this? Because it's a trend. I promise you that once you get your business, once you create your own clipper and trimmer, you're going to be like, you know what? I made my mold, right? But now you don't white label the motor, bro. You don't white label the motor. It's the same exact motor. Yo, name a brand that created their own motor, their own lever, their own clipper, their own blade. Everything is just completely made. Oh no. What shit? I know that they private label, which is different from white labeling. Plus, the part own the factory in China. I know about the private label compared to the white labeling, but people run with run with white labeling. It's just something cool to say. They think they got to figure it out. And that's not to say it's okay because I think we all should get educated. If that's something that you really care about, if you just really care about getting stuff that's for cheap, just find stuff that's not cheap. Let me not say cheap, budget friendly. If you like stuff that's budget friendly, just rock with stuff that's budget friendly. Get a Toyota or a Lambo. No. He said, dude, I ran in the most previous video about it. Yeah, so there's a difference in that. And also we can even go a little bit, I ain't gonna say deeper, but even contracts, how stuff is, yeah. I don't want to go too deep. Yeah. All over the place. The Phenom Recon not manufactured by NS, they ordered them. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. Who told you that? Did you speak with Matt? Do you have receipts? Did he tell you the whole in and out of how that worked and how that went down? Click lever battery changes in my blade units for trimmers, built-in wireless charging and marketing. Without Babeless, it was just be the same clipper world from 10 years ago. Click lever, battery changes, MIM blade unit for trimmers. You know what? That is a good thing to research. Who came out with the click lever first? Who came out with the click lever? Was it Babeless? I got to do some research now. Because I remember when I don't know what clipper. I mean, I remember the Gold FXs. That was 2019. But was the alphas and the ergos, were they not in the same year? I'm not sure. I feel like Stylecraft shook up the game, but I remember Caliber was on the come up initially. Yeah, Caliber was. I have to be honest with you. Bill, not true. What brand is the most popular globally? I'd say Wall. I say Wall and Andis. For longevity, Babel's products have not lasted for me. They privately okay, I read that. Read that. Andis is more invested in American workers more than any other company. That is true. That is true. If they're comparing Recon Clipper to the Kimmy Clipper, that looks similar. They aren't the same. They just look a bit similar. That is all. I mean, that's yeah. Babel's FX was the first on their Forfex. The Phenom are the same. The blade pops off the same as well. Same shell. I look videos for the video was shared. Okay. No Wall. It was the Babel's FX. Oster had the first click lever. Ooh, really? Send me send me the send me a picture of the clipper. I would love to do that research. But see, here's the thing, y'all. What I got? How much? Oh, we on expired time. I'm about to get off here soon. But I'll just say this. When you do something and it's dope and it works, right? It's just like what y'all see on social media. And you scroll and somebody does a certain dance and that dance get 1,000,000 views and it becomes a trend and somebody else does it and then somebody else does it and then it gets globally and it goes crazy, right? Like, not to be like that, we are all fascinated by innovation from other people. We're fascinated by other ideas. Sometimes it stretches our idea. Oh, they came out with that. That's dope. I actually like that. That's a great thing. I appreciate my competitor, you know, uh, kind of like looking, in the same way of my thought. Now, matter of fact, let me put a spin on it and let me do it my way. I like that idea. Let me put a spin on it. You know what? I like that idea. Let me put a spin on it. We've been doing that since the time of time of time of time. You've been doing that since the time of time of time of time. China steals designs because they don't honor copyright. So, well, shit, I wasn't going to get too deep. Wasn't going to get in too deep about that. When I say everything's about the contract, and when I say contract, I mean like you can write up a certain thing, have a certain mode, say this is my idea. You can have a patent. You can have patents in 3 different companies. You can have patents pending for some time. Somebody can be like, hey, this is what we're going to do for you. We're going to make this for you at this amount of units sold. And let's say you're a startup and put this certain amount of money down for it, but somebody comes in with a bigger pocket and say, hey, we're looking for something new. We need this, da 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 da. Do you have anything? And they give that person the same idea that you had when it comes to the mold. Guess what? Guess what? Most likely they're gonna have a contract with them too. You know, and then you have people finding this stuff out. Now, here's the thing. Majority of this stuff gets sticky more in the US than anywhere else. When it comes to the laws. And y'all, for some people that follow certain, things, you could see that some things are different due to laws. You can copy so much. You can do this why do y'all think that how can I say this? Fake uh Jordans, fake watches, fake clothing all come from a certain area. And then they get over here, right? But if you noticed, that certain area is still able to do and be who they are today. Now, some get caught and get in trouble, but when it comes to the laws, in a sense, let's say Michael Jordan. Do y'all see Michael Jordan suing everybody over here making the fake Jordans? Jordan got enough money to shut all of them down. But is he able to do that lawfully? They have to do an inside job and get that shut down. Now, in that sense, when it comes to the sneaker game, I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be. But what I'm trying to say is you don't know. If you're not making the clipper or the trimmer or the shade, like if you haven't really been in there seeing how this stuff is going on and you keep getting close to certain close to certain groups and they're saying certain things and you're just running with it, but you don't know literally. Like I've been in meetings. I've really been in meetings. I know why certain brands do what they do. There is a brand right now that does not care about anything because everybody uses their product and y'all won't even know it. It's just like you being the owner of Coca-Cola and there's 5 brand names using the Coca-Cola factory. Coca-Cola don't care. Coca-Cola getting their money. So it's stuff like that when you be like, oh, it's white label. You don't even know if this one brand owns that whole factory. And there's 8 brands using that factory. But yeah, the more and more, and I appreciate all the, the brands that allow me to get this information. And I'm not, I got to a place that I don't have to shine a big bright light on all those, like, oh, look what they're doing. I don't have to do that. I don't need to do that. I understand why some of the people do what they do. Do I have to rock with it? No, but I understand it. But that's a whole different side. Y'all, some of us are such consumer side worrying about the price of a thing. Yo, why not worry about the value of a thing? Why not be like, you know what? This is what I value because this is what I like. Why it can't be just that? I said this about us before, us as an industry. We are very sensitive, or like we were starting to care about things. Not to say that we don't need to care about in the sense of like not knowing information, but you're being swayed about things that you really don't know the real depth of. Because if people showed you paper for paper, contract to contract, receipts to receipts, I'll be honest with you, a lot of y'all will probably have a different outlook. They show you the patent. When the patent was created, and here comes somebody else, they're using the same thing and it looks the same, but the internals could be different, or they came up with this first and they can use this way of the mode, but they don't got the final version of the mode. And like, yeah, but I'm gonna stop ranting. I said I wasn't gonna do it. Same barbers that are sensitive about clipper costs are the same barbers that say clients shouldn't be complaining about their haircut prices. Oh, dang. He says, all of our phones are made in China. Why we mad? Bro, I was watching a video where they was talking about iPhones, right? And it wasn't like legit iPhones, but they called themselves iPhones. They had the Apple logo. And this is one area where people shop. I think it starts with an S. Shenzhen. They have an area where people shop, and everything that they have, bro, is like straight knockoffs. But the knockoffs look so legit, you would never know. You would never know. Y'all don't think people go over there buy like 200 of them things, come back and try to sell it to us for $1,000? Fatal, you late. I'm about to hop off. Any other questions? Any other questions? Because I am about to get going. But to get back to what we was talking about, let me go ahead and get this QR code for those that used it. Appreciate you. Um, but yeah, quick overview. Anderson is definitely making a comeback. Uh, their blades, their blades are amazing. This let me just just say that. Shout out to them. All right, so can I say something? I forgot to say this part. So y'all see the logo, right? Let's go to the master, the clipper. You see how the light is on the dock, but it's not on the clipper, and then you got the blue light on the XO, and then you got the light on the under the A, but then the A turns into a light. Y'all see that? I think I could be wrong, but I think I got something to do with that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think I might have had something to do with that. Um, then we start talking about blades. Which blades would you pick? Um, no matter what order, and there's nothing wrong with none of these blades. I think they're all fantastic, but mine's was the Andis, the Babeless Echo, and then the Wall. Then 6-click lever. My thoughts. It's a clipper that has 6-click levers. There's nothing to really scream about it, to be honest. And then I did my giveaway, and it wasn't this. So that was everything. Have you heard of the Duet Clipper? I have. I want to try it. I want to reach out to him if he doesn't mind if I can try it. Just to give it some just to give it some viewers so people can really see about it, uh it seems interesting. I feel like I ain't gonna say I've seen it before, but there is like when you go to Walmart, the clipper trimmer 2-in-1, whatever like that, the switch head thing, but I've never seen it like professional grade as a barber for a barber clipper. So I want to see it. The Recon click lever could be better. Okay. I heard they're legit looking knockoff Apple stores in China. Yeah. Like, I wish I could share the video, but legit, like straight up, you would not know. You would not know. iPhones have Samsung screens and a Huey camera or something like that. Something like that, bro. Or is mine's faulty with a Slimline 2 and upcoming? I can't lie, the Echo Blade is good. It is. Just saying, try the Master Blade on the Recon. Mm. I haven't changed nothing yet. Was said there is a change that I want to do, but I'm not sure if I could do it yet. But I think you know what I'm talking about. That blade. We'll see. Yeah. I might try it, but the click lever on mine is meh. And it's missed on the Recon clipper. Click lever. I got used to the JRL. Did I not say that the JRL click lever is the standard? Did I not just say that? I don't make this stuff up, man. Y'all understand what I'm saying. I got used to the JRL standard click lever for that range. Now, y'all do know that the Recon can go to floating lever. I use mine's more in floating lever. It's the click lever don't feel right. The lever itself is good, but the clicks. Yeah, I use the floating lever. The click lever, I might understand where you're coming from with that. But once I got it, I just wanted to see if it does the floating lever, and it does. So it's the Andis clipper. I got used to Andis having floating. The Phenoms, I don't mind that being click, but everything else, I don't mind it being floating. But yeah, anybody else? But all right, y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really, really do. It was just a healthy live. Can you take out the clicks on the T45s? I think so. I think you can. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. This was one of the healthiest lives that I think that we had for some time, especially like just talking straight clipper and trimmer. I would love to know y'all thoughts on not the unboxing, the concise reviews that I have coming, which are going to be which one I'm doing first. I have the Caliber. This one's coming out. I do have the Exceeds. They're coming out. I do have the Saber 2.0 coming out, but there's something else. Oh, it's right here. I have this coming out. This might be one of the next ones. So yeah, y'all will see my thoughts on that. Don't mind saying the lever is my design. I'm proud. Much respect. Besides, did you try the ring clip? The trimmer I did. The design is good, well, but the performance on the clicks kind of miss. If you're talking about the Recon, okay. I don't know. I just adjusted it, and maybe it's because I was just curious of what it can do. I adjusted it to the floating. Oh, okay. You said try loosening it. Got you. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Love y'all. Have a great week. Be impactful. Be on. I want to say be on purpose, but that doesn't make sense. But be purpose in everything that you do. Hit the ground running. Don't let anybody tell you no for anything that is definitely positive in your life. Protect your peace. Get the knowledge so you can give the knowledge. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. And I'll see y'all next week, Lord willing.